Oh, yes. I'm kind of sad. At the same time, I'm not, because shit gets taken down, gets copywritten. What do you do? I'm going to, hopefully this is going to make it. It has been a while, and I don't shy away. I'm ready. This is straight out of the comments, straight out of the requests. Let's get it. Let's see what he's talking about in this one. I'm interested.
The new age is upon us, and yet the past refuses to rest in its shallow grave. For those who hide behind the false image of the Son of Man shall stand before God. It has begun, the beginning of the end. Yeah. The voice of racism preaching the gospel is devilish. A fake church called the Prophet Muhammad a terrorist, forgetting God is not religion but a spiritual bond, and Jesus is the most quoted prophet in the Quran. They bombed innocent people trying to murder Saddam when you gave them those chemical weapons to go to war with Iran. This is the information that they hold back from Peter Jennings, cause Condoleezza Rice is just a new age Sally Hemings. I break it down with critical language and spiritual anguish. The Judas I hang with, the guilt of betraying Christ, who murdered him, stole his religion, and painted him white. Translated in psychologically tainted philosophy, conservative political right-wing ideology, glued together sloppily the blasphemy of a nation. Got my back to the wall cause I'm facing assassination. Guantanamo Bay, federal incarceration. How could this be? The land of the free, home of the brave, indigenous holocaust, and the home of the slaves. Corporate America, dancing offbeat to the rhythm. You really think this country never sponsored terrorism? Human rights violations, we continue the saga. El Salvador in the country.
Sir, we'll go back and catch that, because we gotta. I ain't gonna argue. I wouldn't argue on religion. I wouldn't argue on westernization. But then I think globalization of Jesus, not just westernization. But then I would willingly accept the comments that westernized then spread through Western push. I'm not gonna. This very likely. I don't think all the missionary work was good. I don't. You know me. I'm not offended. I think a lot of this is pretty fucking accurate. It's very blanket statement-ish. So there's nuanced shades of gray all through the entire history of the planet. You know how I feel on that. But fuck, what a good. Oh, whether it gets you worked up or not, boy, I respect the person saying it. Damn, it's some heavy shit, and I mean, I think so much of this is dead right. I just do. I do.
Nation, Guantanamo Bay, federal incarceration. How could this be? The land of the free, home of the brave, indigenous holocaust, and the home of the slaves. Corporate America, dancing offbeat to the rhythm. You really think this country never sponsored terrorism? Human rights violations, we continue the saga. El Salvador and the Contras in Nicaragua. And on top of that, you still wanna take me to prison just cause I won't trade humanity for patriotism. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking, causing your perspective to change. They want to rearrange the whole.
Hey, holy shit. Maybe. Sorry, I gotta get a little lit up for this. It's heavy. But let's discuss the tech giants erasing. The hell's that word? Formation psychosis? Yeah. Formation psychosis. So, you got Immortal Technique. When this flow is beautiful, this song is kick-ass. I like this song. Telling us about the MK Ultra, which I make jokes about, and I think is real. So I believe There are programmings. I believe you can go down the fractured personality rabbit hole, and especially with some of the superstars on this planet, see how they're not all, they've been fractured and broken, and they got to switch for those folks somehow. And the same people that make the most money, they control that switch. So, you know, I mean, if I'm selling out my home team, fuck you. I don't care. I'm no card carrying commie. And the irony of all of this is they're going to turn all these powers on the regular people. And I'm guessing the same group oppressed in this song are going to get re-oppressed again by another tech conglomerate oligarchy global leadership program. Because I go with Schwab's writing and the New World Order belief that they've already picked out the subservient culture that they'd like to dominate the planet after they take care of, I guess, us worthless eaters who inhabit the planet. So I'm really glad my last video got pulled. I'm sad for the people who were going to enjoy it, but this is the kind of conversation we want to fucking have over here. And for all of the 30 fucking hits it'll get, who cares? This is good shit. This affects our day-to-day life.
Continue the saga, El Salvador and the Contras and Nicaragua. And on top of that, you still want to take me to prison just cause I won't trade humanity for patriotism. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking, causing your perspective to change. They want to rearrange the whole point of view of the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror. But what's reality? Read about the history of the place that we live in, and stop letting corporate news tell lies to your children. Flow like the blood of Abraham through the Jews and the Arabs, broken apart like a woman's heart, abused in the marriage, the brink of holy war, bottled up like a miscarriage. Embedded correspondence don't tell the source of the tension, and they refuse to even mention European intervention or the massacres in Jenin. The innocent screams, US manufactured missiles and M16s, weapon contracts and corrupted American dreams. Media censorship blocking out the video screens. A continent of oil kingdoms bought for a bargain. Democracy is just a word when the people are starving. The average citizen made to be blind to the reason. A desert full of genocide where the bodies are freezing, and the world doesn't believe that you're fighting for freedom cause you fucked the Middle East and gave birth to a demon. It's open season with the CIA bugging my crib, trapped in the ghetto region like a Palestinian kid, where nobody gives a fuck whether you die or you live. I'm trying to give the truth, and I know the price is my life, but when I'm gone they'll sing a song about Immortal Technique, who beheaded the president and the princes and sheiks. You don't give a fuck about us. I can see through your facade like a fallen angel standing in the presence of God. Bitch niggas scared of the truth when it looks at you hard. It's like MK Ultra controlling your brain, suggestive thinking causing your perspective to change. They want to rearrange the whole point of view in the ghetto. The fourth branch of the government want us to settle. A bandana full of glittering generality, fighting for freedom and fighting terror. But what's reality? Martial law is coming soon to the hood to kill yo while you hanging your flag out your project window.
Now, the irony of that, whenever this was recorded, is there any good way to say that that didn't happen at all? And at the worst, the places that I believe I'm hearing being sung about right now are the height of murder, death, and destruction. And in the name of progressive and liberal ideas, that we're supposed to, those numbers are problematic for a cause. So I don't think martial law came. I mean, if I had to argue right now, I'd say looks like martial law came to the PTA school board meeting where the pedophiles get protected and the parents get told they're not supposed to raise their own children. And here's the dilemma with and I don't hear it in this song at all, in this one, but you want some youth-based cultural revolution. Well, I ain't letting my grandkids barbecue me for dinner to show to show the future how much they don't need the past. I'm not doing it. I ain't gonna be barbecue for some socialist fucking color change revolution. I looked enough into that during the Maoist revolution to know that anybody quoting any of that shit is a goofball. I love you. As a human being, I love you, and I hope you continue to exist and do you and be happy about it. But some of the basis ideas where y'all just look past the exterminate your foes part, blow me. I don't agree with destruction of urban zones and people getting pushed out and getting fucked over. I don't believe in the high crime. I don't believe in all kinds of shit. Because I live mostly in the country, and it didn't, hard work never saw a color of skin my whole life. The cities, cesspool cities, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Cesspools. I'm sorry. Sometimes I believe that. Because hard work don't give a fuck who your mommy and daddy were. They just care if it taught you work ethic.
Fighting for freedom and fighting terror, but what's reality? Martial law is coming soon to the hood to kill yo while you hanging your flag out your project window. Yeah. The fourth branch of the government, aka the media, seems to now have a retirement plan for ex-military officials, as if their opinion was at all unbiased. A machine shouldn't speak for men, so shut the fuck up, you mindless drone. And you know it's serious when these same media outfits are spending millions of dollars on a PR campaign to try to convince you they're fair and balanced, when there's some...
Wow, I just went off about PR. I love the universe. It kicks ass. And yep, I'm positive there's some of you who really buy. We could talk and hang out and smoke one or do whatever. Man, I got no hate. I'm not hating on none of this shit, man. I am way beyond opinions and views of this world making me worked up. Unless you want to talk about this legitimize the pedo elite, then fuck you, you're gross too. Sorry. It's just bullshit gross. The number of articles, so he's talking about your fourth branch of fucking Maine. The media right now is apologizing for, don't touch the kids. And if that's your thing, then you just need to learn to get that in check, where it's never, here, come here, have a hug. I know you're looking at my 8-year-old. I forgive you. No. No, it's never going to happen. Never. And if you live in a part of the world where that's normal, then you just live in a jacked up, fucked up part of the world. That shit's not normal. That's that whole thing. The media is doing it all the time. I'm not making any of this up. I did not just go crazy, snap, and pull shit out my ass. We are being asked to look the complete other way on the most horrific things going on in the planet, but then we're asked, we're asked to be mad about, that, like I said, back to the PTA and the schools. And I live in a place where they just I'm cool with the fact they just passed the law where I live, where all curriculum is open knowledge and parents can see all that shit before they before they go to school. But man, did this get me jazzed. I've been trying to appease everybody but myself. And this has got my fucking brain juices just flowing. I'm sure I don't know my ass from a hole in the ground, and I'm probably wrong about a lot of shit. But it doesn't feel like it. It feels like the media is full of crap.
A machine shouldn't speak for men, so shut the fuck up, you mindless drone. And you know it's serious when these same media outfits are spending millions of dollars on a PR campaign to try to convince you they're fair and balanced, when they're some of the most ignorant and racist people giving that type of mentality a safe haven. We act like we share in the spoils of war that they do. We die in wars. We don't get the contracts to make money off them afterwards. We don't get weapons contracts, nigga. We don't get cheap labor for our companies, nigga. We are cheap labor, nigga. Turn off the news and read, nigga. Read. Read.
Okay, A. Straight up fire fucking song. I really like that. And here's the deal. So I've read how to stay neutral on the Zim. So I've read how to stay neutral on a moving train. I've read a bunch of Chomsky. So when I was on, so why you get confused sometimes, because it appears that maybe I'm a brochure and a flyer away from going to a rally. No. I hate Mr. Chomsky now. He for the things that he gave me, which were immeasurable, especially manufacturing consent. I've read Manufacturing Consent 2 or 3 times. So I understand the power that what you just heard about the media, and then how reality is portrayed through the media within the United States and then outside of the United States. And then I did time with a couple, they weren't very good human beings, but they just got back from Grenada. And, I grew up on Surf Nicaragua from Sacred Reich and shit like that. I do not side with the system. I don't side with the other side of the system, but I definitely side against the media, against the mainstream, against the meat grinder, against the thing that takes working class and unfortunately undereducated people and grinds them up and spits them out. I didn't really think my thank you video and Immortal Technique would come together in this moment, but here's the thing. Yesterday I was making this joke, or not a joke, but I was just talking about, so there's all kinds of, there's a planet full of consumers, and they fuel the machine, unfortunately. And then, if it's all a big bus metaphor, there's some people riding on the bus and there's some people driving the bus. Very rarely does the fuel ever get to wave down the bus and get on. They're just there consuming. And this is where, unfortunately, you know what I mean? When we got the tin foil and we dig deep, and we start talking about MK Ultra or some of that shit, there's a lot more going on out there. They have the cattle. It's well maintained, and they don't. That ain't no lie, man. Worthless eaters. That's what I see eye to eye with a lot of shit we just heard there, especially about the media. But yeah, I read a lot of intellectual left-leaning stuff, and the only problem is now we get fast forward to today's day in society, and they're Chauncey calling for camps and locking people up, and man, if you believe the evidence, so the same person that wants you to get in line shouldn't give you any data about why you should be in line. If you can't get third-party data, cross-reference, and all science isn't fucking checkable and questionable and criticizable, then you're not doing something real. You're living under an authoritarian idea. Getting in line because you're a good person isn't true. Queuing silently because you're told to isn't a noble ability. It's a conformist ability, unfortunately. Now, we shouldn't be chaos either. But we question way too little now. So, holy shit. Look at that. That did the real deal again. That got 20 minutes of juices fucking flowing. And that's as real as Rollen gets right there. I don't think I pulled out the stops. We talked about some shit. Whew. That song was killer fucking good. Hey, we'll do it again soon.